In this episode, we're going back to the basics with Agile. Using Agile techniques will simplify what you do and create a number of efficiencies, helping you become a Rockstar Manager. Hello and welcome to Rockstar Manager. I'm Dr. K, the management professor, and this episode is about Agile, a methodology that can be applied in any organization. It's a framework used to manage projects that began in the tech world and moved to various industries. I have a number of Agile certifications, and this episode is based on the Scrum methodology. So what is Agile and what is Scrum? Agile is a methodology used to expedite software technology to the marketplace. Scrum, short for the word scrummage in rugby, is a framework to complete projects or activities with more efficiency. Here's a quick overview of the process, like a Scrum 101, which will most likely include new terminology for you. We'll review the terminology a little deeper in the episode, but to get started, methodology focuses on transparency and exposes obstacles. The three primary roles include a product owner, a Scrum Master, and team members. So within a designated time frame called a sprint, usually time boxed for 2 or 4 weeks, the team selects items from a large task list to complete the project, called a product backlog, that it feels it can complete. We'll call that their definition of done, by the end of the sprint, that short designated time frame. Within the sprint, the Scrum Master and team members hold daily meetings, called daily stand-up, to plan what's next, learn what they've done since the prior meeting, and adapt as needed. This meeting is never longer than 15 minutes. It's time boxed. Each sprint should produce a deployable solution. This means there should be a working product, even if it's a bare bones product, at the end of the sprint. Again, this is time boxed for 2 weeks or 4 weeks. A feedback session, called a retrospective, at the end of each sprint enables continuous improvement within the self-managing team. This helps identify the time it took to complete certain tasks, lessons learned, and best practices. Agile values individuals and interactions over processes and tools. It values working software over comprehensive documentation. It values customer collaboration over contract negotiation. And it values responding to change over following a plan. So let's talk a little bit more about the definition of done, abbreviated as DoD. It's more of a concept than a tool, but extremely useful to ensure completion of a successful project. When the items listed on the product backlog are complete, everyone must clearly understand what done means for the team. The purpose of each sprint is to deliver increments towards a completed project or product according to the predetermined DoD, or the finished product. The daily stand-up is 15-minute time-boxed meeting for each member of the team to share updates with the Scrum Master. Nobody else is invited to this meeting. Each team member succinctly shares what they did between the last time they met and this meeting, what they will do between now and the next scheduled meeting, and identifies any roadblocks they foresee or asks any questions. The daily stand-up is also known as the daily Scrum. A retrospective is usually a 3-hour event with the purpose of achieving the following: inspect the last sprint or project segment, identify and prioritize what went well and what you would change for the next sprint, diagram a plan to change the identified priorities and turn them into improvements, and then by the conclusion of the retrospective, the team should identify what to implement for the upcoming sprint. A sprint backlog, which may be a new term to you, is a subset of the product backlog. Items selected for a given sprint are part of the sprint backlog. It forecasts tasks completed and functionality for a given sprint. Simply said, it is the actual list of items the team will finish for the sprint. The product backlog is a prioritized list of everything needed in the completed project or finished product. The higher ordered items, usually more detailed and are of higher priority. And in general, this list is never complete because you're always improving from feedback. It lists all features, functions, requirements, and enhancements for the final product. There's a tool called a Burndown Chart that forecasts completion. Once you can identify each task and the time it takes to complete each task, you can use a graph to demonstrate how much longer it will take to complete the project. Hopefully you have a better understanding of Agile and how it's applied. If you're interested in learning more about related managerial topics, you can find my book, Rockstar Manager, From Theory to Practice at Barnes & Noble, or visit scrum.org. Thanks for your time, be your best you, and be a Rockstar Manager.